we'll see if they're doing the same thing whenever we get these riders off and rolling. So here we go. Off and going we go. Who's going to get the early lead in this one? Riders sweeping wide now. I think the Whole Shot Award winner might actually get it this time. Was that Thomas Wood, possibly, the 43 machine, grabbing that early lead, the KTM ride, with Trace Holland back in that number 2 position. Dylan Sullivan, Ronnie Ordaz in 4th. Zayden Mason opening up in the number 5 position, looks like. Let's see how it's sorting out as we roll into the 10 Commandments Megawatt. Oh, looks like we can pass from 3rd to 2nd right there.
Absolutely. I'm not sure who it is on the Kawasaki, but they're not even listed in it. Made about 5 passes in the short shoot right there. Not sure who that is, but on the gas. Able to use that outside line rod, and you're going to see who exactly that was. But look at this for an early start. Holy cow.
No doubt about it. These riders are running and gunning in this mini senior 2, 13 to 15-year-old class. You might tell them that Hayden Deegan's supposed to be the man with the plan, but these guys are not letting that happen if they can help it. That's for sure.
Listen, as fast as he is great. He got straight up beat at Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Okay, in the qualifier and stuff. I mean, it's racing, and anything can and will happen. But I got to tell you something right now. This one's starting off with a bang in our mini senior 2, 13 to 15. There's some slicing and dicing. Look at this. Not lead change, but 2nd and 3rd place have diced about 3 times, made 3 passes. And whoever this is coming up into 4th position has made about 4 passes to get there.
Is that Wood or Holland? Actually, is that Dylan Sullivan possibly up front? That is that is Deegan, I believe, the 38 machine. We didn't even list him there coming through that whole
shot he's up front.
So that tells you a whole lot about how quick he was able to make some passes out there on board the 38 machine. As that 43 Thomas Wood, who I believe grabbed that early lead, the whole shot out front. Logan Best in the number 3 spot aboard the 73 Yamaha. Christian Jennings, Thor Powell in 5th, Adler Connell in 6th, Ronnie Ordaz now in 7th, Noah Viney in 8th, Jace Allred in 9th, Dylan Blecka rounds out your top 10. Wow.
All in one lap. Christian Janik was the one that made all those moves. I mean, he passed about 4 or 5 guys, but he brought Logan Best with him. Logan Best followed him right through, and then by the finish line, Logan makes the pass on Janik, and the 2 of them really brought themselves from, I'm going to say, maybe around 10th position up into contention within the lap.
Well, I tell you, I would not put my money on anything or anyone in this class until the checker flag.
Oh, no.
It's too many unknown variables going on out there. Deegan out front, as we told you, Wood Best. Now, Deegan is going to be tough to track down. I have to admit that, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, too. Like I said, there's a lot of hype coming in on this kid, and you can't take anything away, not only from the hype, but from the performance that this kid gives. Not only, each and every year he comes out here. Under pressure, under fire, he always comes out swinging. He's tough, man. There's no doubt about it. Win, lose, or draw. Hayden Deegan certainly lays everything he has on the line and leaves it out there on the racetrack with each drop of the gate.
Oh, yeah, and I tell you one thing about Hayden. The guy's not afraid to cross the line, to hang it out there to make that pass. A lot of people, they get up to the line, they ride on the edge, this and that. He will cross the edge, man, and more than 9 times out of 10, bring it back. He's willing to take that risk to make a pass, believe it.
Logan Best, who was the rider to win the first ever AMA Amateur National Championship on a Yamaha YZ65, into the number 2 position now as he's laying chase to, no, that's the number 13, or did I
No,
see
that's Logan.
Okay, that was Logan. Okay, Logan 73. Okay, yeah, 73, Logan Best in that. And look, I want you to look at the real estate between 1st and 2nd place. He's one of those riders. I don't care what kind of hype Hayden Deegan comes in with. I'm Logan Best. I'm supposed to be the best out here. That's my name, man.
I am the Blue Crew.
There you go.
That's how he feels about it, and he rides with that kind of confidence. And I got to tell you, Rodney, maturity beyond their years, when we're talking about Deegan, Best, Janik, Wood, Blecka, Viney, Allred. Look at the names up here. These kids are mature beyond their years. And what you're seeing right here, this is adult racing out of 13 and 15-year-old kids, dude.
Absolutely. So Deegan, Best, Janik, Wood, as you said, all the way through that top 10 down to Adler Cottle in the 11th place position. Ronnie Ordaz, he was in that top 10. Oscar Barenchi in the number 12 spot. Jude Smirlik in 13. Jordan Torres now 14. Connor Cook in 15. Jeremy Fabani in 16. Brandon Shaw in 17. Logan Riggins 18. Casey Cochran 19. Owen Koval rounding out the top 20. Heck, even Landon Peppard back there in the number 21 spot. So there's some big things going on here as far as this mini senior 2 13 to 15-year-old class. And I'm telling you, folks, each and every one of these riders out here can be considered players through that top 20, I believe.
Listen, they are players, Rodney. Each and every one of them are players. This is how the start dealt the players this time. This is how the riders are sitting right now. But I can tell you, it can very easily change. And as we saw in the last moto, the whole top 10 changed in one lap, okay? And I don't mean everybody moved down one spot. I mean there were 3 and 4 position changes in that one lap, shook up the whole top 10.
I was going to say, I want you to look at our fast lap, Jude Smerlick, a 103, but wait a minute, that
guy's on fire.
Guy's on fire for sure.
Okay, he's twice as fast as Open Pro Sport yesterday.
They got him listed in 13th place position right now. I'm sure his 103 lap time is a little longer than everybody around there is running 211s, 212s. So we'll get a more accurate account of his lap times coming up here in just a few moments. But here it comes. I mean, not much of a change in this battle for first and second place as Deegan and Best continue to go 1 and 2. There were 2 seconds that separated these riders at the end of lap number 2. At the end of lap number 3, 2.7 seconds, so about 0.7 of a second difference. And you can see it right there. Deegan a 2-minute.967 and Logan Best a 2:01.701. So there you go.
Multiply it, and there you have it.
There you go.
That's how we got the gap.
Christian Janik in the number 3 spot, another near 6 seconds back, turning a 2:04 that time around. Thomas Wood in the number 4 spot with a 2:08. Thor Powell in 5th with a 2:08. Blecka in a 2:07 in 6th. Noah Viney in a 2:08.7 in 7th. James Clough a 2:08.1 in 8th. Adler Cottle now up to 9th place at a 2:08.2. And Jace Allred drops to a 2:10.4 and the 10th place position.
I tell you who's on the move right now, Casey Cochran. Casey Cochran was sitting back in about 19th last lap. He's running a 2:07.2 right now. Ahead of him, Jordan Torres, a 2:10. Ahead of him, Ronnie Orrs, a 2:13. Jude Smerlick, a 2:08. So Casey Cochran, about 3 seconds to 5 seconds a lap faster than the next 3 or 4 riders in a row. So keep an eye on that number 66 Suzuki coming out of Claremont, Florida. A little further back in the pack, Logan Riggins on that number 12 Husqvarna. He's got his hands full of Owen Covell, about 1.5 seconds back. Zaid and Mason on that 44 KTM riding in that 20th spot. He's only about 1.3 seconds back. So 17, 18, 19, and 20 locked in a battle as well. And again, like I said, Casey Cochran on the move. He's a 2:07. Ahead of him is a 2:10, a 2:13, a 2:08. So several seconds a lap quicker than the field ahead of him is Casey Cochran, and picked up about 6 positions or so on the last lap coming out of Claremont, Florida.
Wow, I love this class.
Woo.
And what we're looking at right now as far as these results, I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those classes, I think, that gets kind of shaken up as the week progresses because, bad starts, early race jitters, the nerves tightening up, whatever the case may be. Once they get through this first moto, many of these riders that maybe got the bad starts and are heads down and charging right now, we might see different performances out of them in the second and third moto. So I anticipate some changes in personally whenever we head into the mini senior 2 second and third motos. Not that these guys don't deserve to be where they are. I'm just saying that's how crazy this class is and how things can be changed from moto to moto.
I tell you, he looks extremely fast right now. James Clough in his 9th position.
Yeah.
Man, he was working that bike through there. He's in a little bit of traffic, but I got to tell you, that guy is charging right now. He's right a 2:09. Yeah.
He's right behind Cottle. He's right behind Viney. He is a little slower than those guys, but he's got a 0.4 of a second gap, so he's working things out right there, trying to get around. Don't be surprised to see him make a double pass out there and move up into the number 7 spot.
Cochran up into 12th this time. So 13th last time, went from about 20th to 14th, then 13th, picking up another one. And that time a 2:06. He was a 2:07 last time, which was still quicker than the 2:08, 2:09s. And this picked up a second as well as a spot. Cochran moving right now.
Casey Cochran, like Jeremy Fapani, getting caught up in a bad start. And they're just trying to work their way through the packs right now. Solidly in this top 20 position. Jordan Renfro, another rider, the 17 from last year, running in the 26th place position back there. So things pretty jumbled up out there. And again, these starts, Austin Dingfeld, wow, back in the number 39 position. He does have 4 laps. He's on the lead lap, but man, he's certainly got his struggles back there. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about. Hey, we need Tyreek Wheeler. Tyrick Wheeler, Casey Bernard, Randy Woodring. You are alternates that need to go to the MX Sports office trailer right now. Tyrick Wheeler, Casey Bernard, Randy Woodring. Tyrick Wheeler, Casey Bernard, Randy Woodring to the MX Sports office trailer right now. You are alternates that have made your way in. And, folks, that right there is a pretty big deal.
Suit up.
Suit up, boys. It's time to go racing.
Daggone right. Hayden Deegan last time around. Now, on lap number 5, about a 4-second gap. Logan Best kind of hanging in there, a 2:02.9 to a 2:02.6. So really keeping that gap about the same. And I believe both of them not going to take a chance, to be quite honest with you.
Remember Blecka. Remember Cottle. Remember we were talking about seeing these guys move up through the pack. Well, at the expense of Thor Powell, Adler Cottle, and Dylan Blecka have now taken over the 5th and 6th place positions.
Wow.
Blecka in 5th, Cottle in 6th, Powell now in 7th. Noah Viney in 8th, Jace Allred in 9th, and James Clough now dropping back to 10th. But look at Casey Cochran gaining 2 more spots up from 13th into a number 11 position now. And
again, he's a 2:06. That guy's consistently running a couple seconds quicker than most guys. Now, Jace Allred a 2:06, but look at all these 2:08s. If he makes one more pass, he's got a couple laps left.
Yeah, and there's not much time. I mean, you look, there's only a second and a half separating like 7th through 5th place right now. So
absolutely.
With those guys being that tight, it's not out of the question to think that might happen. So time will tell. We are running a little short, 5 laps down on this one. That should put us about 10 minutes in and about the halfway point as we look out. The cross flags are out.
Okay.
Cross flags are out, so this is the halfway point of this race right now with 5 laps down. Hayden Deegan, Logan Best, Christian Janik, Thomas Wood, Dylan Blecka, your top 5. Adler Cottle in 6th, Thor Powell in 7th, Noah Viney in 8th, Jace Allred 9th, James Clough in 10th, Casey Cochran 11th, 12th, Jude Smirlick aboard the number 90, 13th, the number 37 KTM, Landon Pepper, Jordan Torres, the number 71 Husky in 14th, 15th, the KTM 75, Jeremy Fafani, 16th, the number 62 KTM of Ronnie Orez, the number 17 spot, the 12 of Logan Riggins on his Husqvarna, 18th spot, Kawasaki rider Owen Koval on board the number 24, 19th, the KTM number 67 Carter Malcolm, and their 20th place position, KTM rider number 44 Zayden Mason. That top 20 report brought to you by your good friends at MX versus ATV All Out. Not only do we invite you to stop by and pick up a game at your favorite retailer, maybe download it online, but we also invite you to come out to the MX versus ATV All Out festival kind of thing. It's going to be a tournament coming up this week. Check your program for details and times, and we'll have a whole lot going on as far as MX versus ATV All Out is concerned. And things looking good out here. 6 laps down in this one now as we roll through the second half of the mini senior 2 13 to 15-year-old class. Deegan, Best, Christian Janik 1, 2, and 3. Thomas Wood about 7 seconds back, so shouldn't see much of a threat coming from that area. We should have our top 3 dialed in unless mistakes be made by those riders. However, Adler Cottle has now moved up into a number 5 position as we expected that he might be able to do over the course of a couple of laps. He makes it happen on board the number 86. He's looking at an 8.8 second gap between himself and the 4th place ride, so it's going to be a pretty big bridge to build out here between the 5th and 4th place position. So he may have to settle up for 5th and try to take this score and work it into something a little more positive as the of riders. Looks like Tyler's having some struggles out there as he is only laps into this race. So he must be out. Connor Cook also only 4 laps down. Tommy Callow might be your last rider still moving around there working on lap number 6, the 61 machine in 40th place. And fastest lap time as we take a look at this one going to belong to Hayden Deegan at a 2:09.67 in this mini senior 2 13 to 15-year-old class. Looking down, we should be getting close to probably a 2 lap board next time we check around. Looking for a 2 lap board, as we said, next time around. And there goes the 43 machine by we were talking about there just a few moments ago. And trying to search him out and find him. Actually, Mercy. All right, here we go. That's, that was Thomas Wood. That was the 4th place position. So 11.3 seconds behind Janik. Janik 11.7 seconds behind Logan Best. Best now nearly 10 seconds behind Hayden Deegan. So it's Deegan, Best, Janik, Wood, Cottle, Blecka in 6th, Viney in 7th, Chase Allred in 8th, James Clough in 9th, and Casey Cochran rounding out that top 10. The 2-lap board going to come out this time around, Megawatt. As these riders traverse this track, I'm going to get things ready and head on down there. But wow, what a day. The hype, well, it's happening. Hayden Deegan, the man to beat. 10-second lead right now over Logan Best. But in my opinion, man, we've got a big can of worms that's opened up in this one. This is going to be a fun one to watch unfold as the season wears on this week.
Look, man, Jace Allred, Dylan Black, those guys are only going to get so many bad starts. Okay, those guys are only going to have to work their way through the pack so many times, and let's see how it works out in Moto number 2. But I can tell you right now exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for Logan Best, Christian Janik, Thomas Wood, and, of course, Danger Boy to be up front, and that's exactly what we got. Right now, if we want to take a look at our Hoosier Tire Top 20 report, that would be Hayden Deegan out front, Logan Best in 2nd, Christian Janik in that number 3 ride with Thomas Wood in 4th. Adler Clotto in that number 5 spot. Dylan Blecker rides in 6th. Noah Viney in 7th. Chase Allred in 8th. James Clough in that number 9 spot. Casey Cochran now up into that 10th spot. Great ride by Casey Cochran on that 66 Suzuki. Thor Powell in the 11th position. Landon Peppard in that number 12 spot. Jeremy Fapani in 13th. Jordan Torres in 14th. Jude Smirlick in that number 15 ride with Carter Malcolm sitting in 16th. 17th, Logan Riggins. 18th, Ronnie Orrs. 19th, Owen Kovo. And 19th is 20th is Jordan Renfro. And that is your Hoosier Tire Top 20 report. 8 laps in the book for your leaders. Deegan this time 9 seconds ahead of Best. Best just about 14 seconds, another 5 seconds or so back to Christian Janik. So Deegan, Best, and Janik as we watch this one wind down. This one coming to an end. Rodney making his way down to the podium as the 2-lap board is still out. Going to be seeing the white flag here any minute, looking for that number 38 machine to make his way through one more time. Trying to keep this thing on 2 wheels. Hayden Deegan. Logan Best relentless in the early parts of this moto, putting that Yamaha right up there in contention, and all these guys in great position right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deegan, Best, Janik, Wood, and Cottle all sitting in great shape if we finish in this order. As we move our way into the second moto, all these guys absolutely have an opportunity for a championship. Still looking at that 2-lap board, looking for the number 38 machine as he comes back into view, I believe, right back near the beach. Is that him right here? Might be him coming at us right here. There we go. White flag is out. Hayden Deegan, 1 to go here, and let's see what the gap is this time as we see that number 73 machine coming into view. The blue crew comes through 10.5 now. Logan Best, 10.5 back. And do I see that 27? Is that Christian Janik coming right there? It is. There comes Team Green Rider Christian Janik on that number 27 KX. Right now, Deegan, Best, and Janik as the white flag flies. Mini Senior 2, 13 to 15 out on the course right now. Masters 50 plus coming up next. That'll be race number 6. Masters 50 plus coming up next. Behind them is going to be 250B Limited. So on the line is Masters 50 plus. In staging, we have 250B Limited, and pre-staging should be our 65cc 10 to 11 Limited. Again, on the final lap here, and absolutely blessed with this cloud coverage. Just a touch of humidity out there, but the conditions absolutely amazing to get our first air racing underway. Moto number 5 on the track, Moto number 6 on the line. If you lose track of that, all you have to do is look over there at the tunnel. We have our race order board. So right over the tunnel of love right there is Moto number 5 on the order board. Moto number 6 on the line right now. chasing our leader now, coming back into that tight left-hander for the last time. Back up into view, and here he comes, that number 38 machine. Hayden Deegan going to bring this one across the line, going to put this one to bed, going to go down there and talk to Rodney Tomlin on the podium. Again, coming up next, race number 6. That's our Masters 50 Plus, and behind them, 250B Limited. Looking forward to that one. Yeah, 250B Limited, 10:30. Going to see my man Luca Marsalisi. Already got one Moto win in. The Hitman, Joel Marsalisi. Hey, all I got to say is your name's on the list. He's coming. Hey, it's just the way it is. Your name's on the list. It's not personal, okay? Nothing personal. You're in the way. Ha ha! Kevin Kelly said, got some concrete shoes for you. All right, as we expected, checkered flag is out. And Hayden Deegan able to keep that thing on 2 wheels. So coming out of Temecula, California, Logan Best able to hold down that number 2 position. Christian Janik in that number 3 ride, while Thomas Wood out of K Road, Georgia in that number 4 spot. Adler Cottle in that number 5 ride. Dylan Blecka from Fruita, Colorado in the number 6 spot. Casey Cochran, great story there, coming out of Claremont, Florida. Casey back about 17th or 18th on that start, working his way up well inside the top 10 into the 7th position. James Clough out of Elko, Minnesota in the number 8 ride. Noah Viney manages to hang on to that 9th spot out of Murrieta, California. And Riverton, Utah sends Jace Alred into the top 10 as well, rounding out the top 10. Sounds like we're getting things ready down there on the podium. Should have everything wiped down here in just a moment. Again, coming up next, our Masters 50 Plus. Going to be a little different without that number 70 machine out there, and going to be interesting to see how our Masters class plays out.
All right, guys, down here on the podium, I think we're going to start out with our whole shot award winner here. Bring him down here. He was way over anyway.
All right, getting things settled down there. Rodney Tomlin will have things squared away in 1 second. Again, Masters 50 Plus coming up, taking care of that first turn out there. You can see getting the equipment out there for just 1 second, keeping everything squared away, and have that number 38 machine up on the podium right now. Handing out some medals down there, and then, of course, going to use that stationary mic and get our interviews underway.
All right, so waiting on somebody to step up to the mic there, Hayden Deegan. Say, Hayden, over here. No, just step around, please.
Oh.
All right, Hayden Deegan, congratulations to you, man. Big win for you. Great start as well, man. You had to go to work early, it looked like.
Yeah, I got like a 5th place start, and they all bunched up in the left-hander after like go left, and then that left-hander right there, they all bunched up, and I just hit the outside wide one around like all 4 of them, and then from there I just kind of went through my head what I've been training and all the motos that I've done, and just kept a steady pace and tried to make no mistakes, even though I almost crashed twice, but just had fun out there and got a pretty big lead, so I just cruised.
Good start to the championship, no doubt about that. Anybody you need to send a shout out to?
Yeah, Monster Energy, my dad, my mom, my trainer Caleb, and Twisted Developments, KTM Orange Brigade, Team Dunlop 100%, 60, and Alpine Star Boots, Thor Gear, and everyone else who's helping me. Thank you so much.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hayden Deegan taking the Moto 1 win here. As we move over to our 2nd place position finisher, talking about Logan Best. Logan going to make his way up to the podium now. And wow, Logan, looked like you had your work cut out for you, man. That was not the easiest of first motos, that's for sure.
No, I had a 40th gate pick, so we just had to get on the gas and improve on what we've been improving on.
I'll tell you, a good start to the season. You got to be satisfied with that moto. Take us a little bit through that one.
Like I said, with the 40th gate pick, I couldn't really do much, so I I got on the gas, held it through the first turn, and just kind of started picking people off. And once I was good, I kind of settled in and just got the job done.
Well, there you go. Job is done. Second place in Moto 1. Anybody you want to send a shout out to?
My mom and dad, Donnie over at Yamaha, Rusty over at Triangle, Monster, FXR, 6D, X-Brand goggles, Garnet boots, Asterix, gosh, so many. JMS, Factory Connection, and Dunlop, and everyone else, just thank you.
All righty, put your hands together. Logan Best, second place position here in Moto 1. As we move to our third place position finisher, Christian Janik, as he makes his way up to the podium. How about it? Put your hands together for third place in Moto Bronze here at Loretta Lynn's. Wow, man, what a ride for you. A lot of competition in that class, and I don't think anybody had an easy work of it. Take us through your moto.
Yeah, I mean, I got off to a great start, and I was in third, and then I got passed by Logan Best, and then I got around number 43, and then I just tried to play it smart, got a pretty good gap, and then I just rode smart, and got it done.
Congratulations to you on a third place in Moto Bronze. Anybody you want to say thanks to?
I want to thank Jesus for keeping me safe, my mom, my dad, Monster Energy Team Green, Kawasaki, Monster, Pro Circuit, Bell Helmet, Scott Goggles, Atlas, 7, Maxima, Renthal, Dunlop Tires, Arcade Chains, Exel Rims, and everybody I forgot, thanks.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Christian Janik taking third place in Moto Bronze here at Loretta Lynn's. Our Whole Shot Award winner, Thomas Wood, making his way up on